to connect.
Is that an Ewok?
Melodic. Tech to connect.
Play really soft.
Shins.
I'm so excited to be here.
Man.
So excited.
Oh, I am so excited that you're here too, Liz, because today's episode is all about wild rides.
Ooh, wild rides.
Wild rides. And I want to know what your favorite wild ride is. So be thinking of your favorite carnival ride or your favorite ride at Kings Island or Kentucky Kingdom or Six Flags, wherever you like to go and get your thrills. But before we get into all the fun, we have a public service announcement for you. So Liz, take it away.
All right, y'all. You know, we do these public service announcements every time. And so we just want to say that we are so excited to be making music with you. We always do this at the beginning. We know that our lives are looking a bit different now than they were before, about a month ago. And while we know that that change can be super crazy, we are all in this together. And we know that we don't want to self-isolate and not interact with the people that are important to us and the things that are important to us. And if you're joining us on this live stream, we know that music and connecting through music is something that is very important to you. And we really are so excited that you're here with us today. So, we know that we want to have that, maintain that good support network, that social support network, and we know that that helps protect against stress and isolation. And that's what we're doing. We're connecting through music, and you value that, and you're showing us that you value that by showing up here. So James and I are so excited to be with you. You're partnering with Melodic. We are in this together. And we're going to talk about all those wild rides. So maybe after this live stream, maybe this sparks a conversation of your favorite Kings Island rides or your favorite family vacation that you've gone on. Or maybe it's a wild ride of like that one time that you went to see a movie, but you didn't get to go see the movie because these like 10, like huge crazy things happened, and what a wild ride that was. So like bring up all of those conversations, talk about them, just let this spark all of those ideas for when you have those video play dates with people, when you call your best friend and because you were reminded of that one time that you went on the very front seat of Top Thrill Dragster, all of that stuff. So we're so excited to have you and connect with music and protect against all of those bad things that happen when we have to be isolated in our homes. So thanks for making music with us, and let's get to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Liz. That was well said. We want to say good afternoon to each and every one of you. So type in your name, who you are, where you're from, whatever you'd like, as we say good afternoon with our super cool jazzy hello song. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, I see that Jack and Evie are already here, and Ella's grandparents, Kirsten and Mitchell, and Evie and Evelyn. Guys, these are people that like I know really well. I'm so excited to see you.
Ready? Here we go. Welcome back. It's time to get started. Gonna make some music together. Welcome back. It's time to get started. Gonna make some music today. To our friends Jack and Evie, wave your hands and say hello. Hey guys. Hello. 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 To our friend Miss Lynn from Melodic, wave your hand and say hi to Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Hello. 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 To our friends Ella's grandparents, wave your hand and say hello. Hey.
Hey.
Hello. Hello. our friends, Harrison and Mitchell, wave your hand and say hello. Hey guys.
Harrison Mitchell.
Oh, hello, oh, hello, oh, oh. Hello, oh, hello, oh, hello, oh. And to our friends, Eden and Evelyn, wave your hand and say hello.
Hey guys, dance with me.
Oh, hello, oh, hello, oh, oh. Hello, oh, hello, oh, hello, oh. And to our friends, Sammy and Natalie, wave your hand and say hello.
Hey guys.
Hello, oh, hello, oh, hello, oh. Hello, oh, hello, oh, hello, oh. And to our friends, Lucinda and Andy, we just love you and we love what you do. Oh, hello, oh, hello, oh, oh. Hello, oh, hello, oh, hello, oh. To my friends Sarah and Miss Liz, wave your hands and say hello.
Hey everyone.
Oh, hello, oh, hello, oh, oh. Hello, oh, hello, hello. All right, we're gonna go one more time. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's time to get started. Gonna make some music together. Welcome back. It's time to get started. Gonna make some music today.
I love that.
Oh,
little
thank
note
you.
you added on in the end there.
I struck a weird chord at the end there. I should put that on my resume. James, providing right notes since 1984. All right. So, yes, today is all about wild rides. You know what, Miss Liz? I'm kind of timid when it comes to wild rides.
Yeah, really? You seem like a roller coaster guy. You're not a fan of roller coasters?
No, I'm not at all. But you know what? I rode the racers at Kings Island for the first time when I was like 21 years old, and it wasn't that bad.
Really?
But that's about as wild as I can do.
The race cars?
The racers. You know, the twin racers where one goes forward and the other goes backwards. It's like one of the old.
Freaky.
I know.
Freaky. You know what? Since I've moved to Cincinnati, and that was several years ago now, I have not actually been to Kings Island. I'm not as much of a roller coaster. Like, I've been before in my lifetime, but not as much. So everyone, can you put in the comments what your favorite ride either at Kings Island is, or maybe it's one at Six Flags or Disney World or whatever. And because I'd love to have some recommendations, I'm sure someone in my life is going to change that of me not having gone to Kings Island in a long time. So tell me below. I already see that Eden and Evelyn's favorite are the bumper cars. I see Jax is the Boo Blasters.
Yeah, that one's cool. That's Cass's favorite too.
Yeah.
And Cass, yeah, he loves the Boo Blasters.
Ooh. Well, seriously though, put some in the comments below. I really need some recommendations. Maybe some chill ones, and then some difficult, some very intense ones.
Awesome. So Liz is going to need those suggestions, but I want to know too, because I have a song all about roller coasters. Now, this is either a get up and move or a sit down and move with me song. So pretend like we're in our roller coaster. So if you maybe have a broomstick or something like a boom whacker or something that you can hold on to pretend like you're in a roller coaster car, that would be really cool.
And my homemade
the flubber tube. Yeah.
You made these 2 months ago, but I'll use that as my roller coaster.
Okay, so What do you do when you're going up the hill on a roller coaster? You got to put your arms up way in the air like that.
Oh,
And then
that's the scariest part is letting go.
to side like that. And then when we go down the hill, we go crazy. But then if you're like me, you have to hold on tight. Because you can't have too much fun. No. Gotta hold.
Okay. That's too much to put your hands
on. It's too wild, Liz. All right. So you gotta put your arms up. And side to side. Go crazy. And hold tight. All right. I think you're ready. So I see we got some boo blasters. Crystal has informed me that the racers now both go forward. Thank goodness, because going backwards down anything is terrifying. And the giant slingshot. Yeah, right. Lynn, are you crazy?
No, getting flung into the air.
All right. This is also a repeat after me song. So when I say, I love this roller coaster.
I love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
I am ready. Your turn.
I am ready.
Yes, you are. I love this roller coaster.
I love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
I am ready. Your turn.
I am ready.
All right. Here we go. Arms up. Now side to side. Go crazy. Hold tight. Arms up. Now side to side. Go crazy. Hold tight. Cause I love this roller coaster.
I love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
I am ready. Your turn.
I am ready.
All right, here we go. Arms up. Now side to side. Go crazy. Hold tight. Arms up. Now side to side. Go crazy. Hold tight. Oh no, Miss Liz. I'm going up a hill.
Uh-oh.
Big one. Everybody lean back. Oh no, we're all to the top. Don't look down.
Jeez, I looked down.
I look down too. Wait. Cause I love this roller coaster.
I love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
I am ready. Your turn.
I am ready.
All right, here we go. Arms up. Now side to side. Go crazy. Hold tight. Arms up. Now side to side. Go crazy. Hold tight. Oh no. This is
Not again.
Lean back. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Don't look down.
Oh no.
I look down. Ah! Oh man. Cause I love this roller coaster.
I love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
We love this roller coaster.
I am ready. Your turn.
I am
All right. Arms
ready.
up. Now side to side. Go crazy. Hold tight. Arms up. Now side to side. Go crazy. Hold tight. Oh man,
Woo!
that was one wild ride.
Wow.
Whew.
That was a real wild ride.
Oh, and we have to thank
Man, oh man.
our friends from Cuckoo Kangaroo for that song. But right now, I was thinking, you know what, Liz? I was saying in my post earlier that if I think of the wildest ride, now the racers are cool, roller coasters are cool, and yes, Jocelyn, bumper cars are awesome. Lynn, I don't get the slingshot thing. That just sounds terrifying. Ferris wheels, those are all wild rides. But in my mind, I think the wildest ride would be to ride on a rocket ship.
That would be insane.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Just riding the elevator all the way to the top platform would be wild.
Whoa. That gets my heart beating thinking about that.
Wrap yourself in and go hurtling into space. That would be crazy. So I thought in honor of that and the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission to the moon, that we would build homemade rockets that actually work. So in the post, I told you all to grab some supplies. Now, these are things that you should have in your house right now. So for the sake of time, I've already constructed one. But what you need, if you didn't see the post earlier, you need a water bottle or a soda bottle. And I think the smaller, the better, because they go further and you don't need as much material. You're going to need some pencils, 3, or you could use drinking straws or something sturdy to create a tripod, because that's going to be important. And then you just tape your pencils or your drinking straws or whatever you've got lying around to what would be the upside of your bottle, because the thrust is going to come out of the hole at the bottom here.
Okay.
The next thing that you're going to need, and you can use a few different things to accomplish this. You're going to need some type of a stopper to plug inside of that hole to create all the pressure that we're going to build. So what I recommend using is either a cork from a wine bottle. So parents, this is a good opportunity while you're home to maybe empty a wine bottle or two and save your corks, because you can use them for your rocket. I have a reusable wine cork that's just made out of rubber, and I put some electrical tape, or you could use plumber's tape to create a tight seal. You want a really tight seal to go at the bottom of your bottle. If you have older children that like Nerf guns and you have dogs, if your yard is anything like mine, it's littered with half-chewed Nerf darts. And half-chewed Nerf darts don't do much good, with the exception of plugging this. So if you have some Nerf darts broken in half, you can use those. Anything you have. Styrofoam works just as long as it creates a tight seal.
Okay.
Now, for your fuel, you're going to need 2 things. You're going to need a box of baking soda or baking powder.
Okay.
And some vinegar.
So you can use either baking soda or baking powder. Yes.
Yeah, either works. So think about it like if you were ever at a science fair and somebody had a model volcano, and they use usually vinegar and baking powder, and it kind of creates this foamy stuff.
Okay.
So that foamy stuff is going to create carbonation, and it's going to be the pressure that we need to launch this thing into orbit. So don't rush to make yours right away, because I'm going to show you how this works, and we're going to launch mine together. So by the time you get yours built, you have lunch together. Maybe it's a beautiful day out right now, and it's a little windy, but conditions I think are good for launch.
Good launch conditions, awesome.
Good launch conditions.
Those are important.
Very important.
Don't want to scrub the mission.
Right. It's a go, no go. All right. So I'm gonna someone's at my door.
Someone's actually at your door. If you have any questions,
Okay.
you can leave them in the comments, right? And we'll do some answering of those. Even if it's not live, we'll do some answering of them.
Okay. So my wife is going to answer the door really quick, and see, I think it's our neighbor. It's our neighbor Tom, but I want to go out there that way. So I'm going to grab my supplies here.
This is what happens when you work from home.
So Liz, if you want to vamp for just a second, I'm going to answer the door really quick, okay?
Sure, definitely. All right. If anyone is planning on trying this, I would love to see you put a hand up in the comments if you're planning on making a bottle rocket. That would be super cool. We'd love, you don't need to send us a picture or anything, but even just a hand emoji that's like raising your hands, that would be cool. Or if you don't have the supplies, maybe draw a picture of what your ideal launch and your launch day weather would look like, and your rocket designs, because obviously you can put different things on your rocket. I see James hasn't really he's not really decorated his rocket, which I think is like partly a rookie mistake. I'm sure it's hard. It's like you take time to make it, but like next thing is to decorate the outside. Oop, I see Lynn is planning. Lynn, I actually want to see a picture of yours, Lynn. And then Megan is also planning on doing it. Keep on raising those hands, or you can put me. You can type me in the comments if you're planning on making it. I will have to look. I have those ingredients. Maybe I will take a look to see where if I have empty water bottle. I'll try. I might try this too. Maybe I'll raise a me hand. Put some stickers on. I'd love to see what your designs would look like on your rocket. So if you're someone that loves to draw, show me what those would look like as well. Put that in the comments.
All right, I'm back.
You're back?
Yeah, somebody's dog was on the loose, and our neighbor Tom thought that it might be ours, but it wasn't.
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right, so I have prepared my launch site, but remember, this is very important. Safety first. So you're going to need the proper equipment.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Whoa.
I think I'm ready for launch. So follow me outside. Ready?
Woo! Are you sure that's safe equipment there, James?
It's that way. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right. It's getting a little stuffy in there.
Whoa.
Okay. So I got my rocket here.
Yep.
First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to load in the vinegar first. Now, in my experience, a little bit goes a long way. Okay?
Okay.
All you need is a little bit. Plus, you're going to do this. You're not going to get it right the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time. So you want to conserve some of your fuel here.
Kiddos need to have a parent or guardian with them, right?
Yes.
You need to have your adult with them, your big person.
Okay. So you can see I've got it filled up. Even less than a quarter. So like an eighth of the full here. Okay. So now this is the tricky part. You got to have your stopper in one hand and your baking powder, your baking soda in the other.
Okay.
Some people use a funnel. I like to use a little medicine cup.
Okay.
What's going to happen when you dump this in, it's going to have a reaction. So it's going to start fizzing up really quick, and it's going to want to leak out of the top. So what we're going to do is when we put this in and it starts to fizz up, we're going to trap it inside, and that's going to build up all this carbonation, and the pressure
Okay.
Just by simply flipping it upside down, we're going to mix it up just enough that hopefully when all that pressure builds on the bottom, this thing is going to shoot up. And I've done this a few times, and it goes up pretty high. So
okay,
here we go.
So don't do it underneath the porch roof. You're not underneath the roof.
Right.
So is this something we can count down, James?
No, because they're kind of unpredictable.
Okay.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Ooh. Oh. Whoa!
Yes.
Oh, I saw it. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Where did that go?
Well, so I live in a 2-story house, and I'm on my front porch, and it went past my roof and then landed in my driveway.
Oh, yeah. That's high.
So it's pretty neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can do that at home. That's all the equipment that's required. So, yeah. So conditions are good here in Hebron, Kentucky. Hopefully they're good throughout Ohio and Indiana and wherever else you guys are. So after lunch, go and build your guys a rocket, because they are so much fun and it's easy to do, and you can shoot it off multiple times. I've had that bottle for like 4 weeks when my sons and I decided to try this out. So,
awesome. And again, leave a hand or type the word me if you are planning to shoot off a rocket, or even if you're just like coloring your ideal rocket launcher that you would love. That would be super cool. And look up Apollo 11. If you are an older child or you are an adult, go educate yourself on all of that history there.
Absolutely. And while you're at it, maybe send us some pictures of how you decorated your rocket.
Yeah, please.
You can put a little cone drinking cup on the top of it to make it kind of look like the command module, kind of like that little bit. You can paint it, you can color it, you can put tape around it, and even name it like the USS Mitchell or the USS Harrison or the USS Evelyn, whatever you want to do. But send us pictures of your rocket. If you can, maybe send us a video of you and your family launching your very own homemade rocket.
We would love to see that. James, Evie said, "Good job, Mr. James. That was amazing." And Lucinda said, "Love it, James. Thanks." Austin said, "Happy Friday." So glad you guys enjoyed it.
Oh, I love it, guys. Thank you so much. I like science projects, and music and science go hand in hand. So that unfortunately is all the time that I have for you today. And Liz and I so appreciate you guys spending what has been every Friday with us.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate it.
We've been on this roll. Thank you for also sticking around for the full half hour. This was a long one today. We appreciate that.
We do appreciate it, and thank you for your patience about with Tom and his search for Iggy, the Black Labrador.
Work from home, man.
All right. So, you always got a friend in me. You got a friend in Liz, and all your pals and a lot of connections. For those of you that are at conservatory or in kids classes or at contracts throughout our days, we sure do miss you guys, and we hope to see you very, very soon. So just because you're at home doesn't mean that you have to spend your time alone. So from me and from Liz, we wish you guys a very happy weekend, happy Easter, happy Passover, and we'll see you guys at the same time here on Monday afternoon for another episode of Lunchtime Live. So here we go. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road goes up ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You sure do. We thank you all very much for joining us. Have a great Friday! Happy weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Everyone, my name is Liz. Thank you so much for making music with us today from your living rooms and kitchen tables. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to be updated the next time we post a video, make sure you click on the red subscribe button below and click on the bell notification so that you can be updated the next time we post a video. Also, be sure to check out our Instagram and Facebook channels. Those are where we post all of our live content, and we'd love to talk to you live as it's being recorded. Thank you, and I hope you join us for music next time. Bye.